Bags were packed, trucks were loaded, filled with essential supplies and hope. This was more than just a donation drive, it was a mission of compassion. Under the Easter Orphan project led by Citi FM and ChannelOne TV, a team set out to support 2 drug rehabilitation centers in Ghana, safe spaces where lives are being rebuilt and restored. Since last year, the initiative has broadened its reach to include individuals battling addiction, many of whom are often isolated from family and society. For many, addiction goes beyond a personal struggle. It is a quiet disconnection, a separation from love, identity, and a sense of belonging. The team's first stop was the chosen Drug Rehabilitation Center, where transformation is not just an aspiration but a daily reality. The reception was warm. Excitement filled the atmosphere. For many residents, this visit brought a renewed sense of joy to their Easter celebration. Before the donations, there was gratitude. Voices rose in song, committing the day into God's hands.
Only Jesus, minyamio, ayo emo ini, ayo ramora, minemide, only Jesus.
At the chosen rehabilitation center, faith remains central to the recovery journey, offering strength through spiritual renewal. But behind every face here is a story.
I was an adolescent, and as adolescents, we all want to belong. And those times when you smoke, you are a guy. When you don't smoke, as we say it in our slang, you are a John. So I wanted to be a guy, not knowing I was heading for doom.
A simple need, a dangerous path. But here, healing begins with rediscovering purpose.
The addiction started to blossom. You could see in my appearance, my attitude, my hygiene, like everything was different. And I used to take things like my mother's food, my mother's money, my brother's phone, so they were all fed up with me. So I just left home and I went to sleep in the ghetto. So I was sleeping in the ghetto. Sadly, I was sleeping on a cardboard instead of my bed. I was sleeping on a cardboard. And it's very sad and painful when it rains. Like when it rains, I feel very sad. That I've left all this, left my education, left everything, and I'm sleeping in the ghetto, in bed bags and all kinds of stuff. So I always say this thing. I read a book which Winston Churchill says, when you hit rock bottom, you have only 2 options. Either you remain there or you start climbing up. And that thing resonated in my mind all the time. But how to climb up was the issue, right? Because I tried always a means to get out of my addiction. That's like self-medication and stuff. But if you're addicted, self-medication won't help because you will still go back. After you feel so much pain, you will still go back. So I was introduced to Chosen by fellow addicts because Apostle used to come there for outreach programs, come to the ghettos, preach to them, tell them that, guys, there's a chance for you to change. Just come to Chosen Rehab. And I heard of it, and I saw him once, came to talk about Chosen and stuff. But now the decision to go was now another thing. I kept procrastinating, postponing. I'll go. But when the Holy Ghost arrests you, you can't do anything about it. So it just touched me one day and I just said, no, let me go to Chosen.
Basically, when I was in school, I was just trying it like bit by bit. But I graduated with it as well. I had a master's in alcohol when I graduated, basically. After a degree, I had a master's in alcohol, and it led on for some time. I always felt like, oh, I can get off this thing. But almost every now and then I try. 1 month, I am off, and then the next 2 months till the end of the year, I'm back into alcohol again. But thanks be to God. Long story short, it's been here and there, and by the grace of God, coming to Chosen has changed my mindset. I was doing the medical bits often than not. But right now, I can say with the system here in Choosing, you just don't do the medical bits, you do the spiritual aspects, and then the day-to-day kind of like grooming up, the training we have here is perfect. I recommend Choosing to anybody outside this world.
The team donated a range of items including food supplies, sugar, milk, beverages, alongside toiletries and other essentials. A check of 20,000 Ghana cedis was also presented to support the center's operations. Head of Events and Partnerships at Citi FM and ChannelOne TV Frema Edunyame commended the center for its dedication.
ChannelOne TV, Citi FM Foundation, Citi FM, we appreciate the work. And I'm sure Ghana appreciate the work that you are doing. You know, it's not easy to do this. It must be a calling, you know, for you to be able to do this. I don't believe that everybody is called to do this. But what we believe in is everybody can support, can push you to do much more, to ensure that there's sanity in the system, to ensure that you are able to gather young men and women like this for that transformation. And that is why we are here every now and then to just let you know that there are people here who appreciate, who are praying for you, who are supporting. You might not see us every day, but this is a gesture to say that we are all the time thinking about you, and well done. When you say your prayers, do say some for our viewers and our listeners. They have done this.
The CEO of Chosen Rehabilitation Center, Apostle Daniel Kobi, expressed deep appreciation. He also called for stronger support from government and society, particularly in creating employment opportunities for individuals on the path to recovery.
Thank you very much for your kindness. We want to salute all the leaders and bless you for remembering us. We also want to talk to the politicians that this is a worthy cause. This supporting Chosen and helping us empty the ghettos will minimize crime, armed robbery, all these things that we are dreading. So if you want to recruit, even if you want to recruit policemen or men for military, come to Chosen. There's a lot of guys.
Many are called, but few are chosen. In this moment, Citi FM and ChannelOne TV chose to stand with them, those determined to start again. The journey continued to the Iris Place Rehabilitation Center, another haven for healing and second chances. Here too, the team presented essential supplies, including 20 bags of rice, cooking oil, water, and assorted drinks. A check of 20,000 Ghana cedis was also donated. Business Development Manager Omane Mensah Bonsu made the presentation.
So on behalf of ChannelOne TV and Citi FM listeners and management of the company, we donate a check amount of 20,000 cedis to Iris Place as a way of supporting your good work.
General Manager Bernard Koku Avle praised the center's impact, describing the donation as support for an already meaningful cause. He also assured continued media backing to amplify their work.
The job is not just to even donate, but to let the public know the serious work you are doing quietly in the communities. We are all recovering from something. We are all addicted to something. And I think your model, which combines a very private but effective social approach and is very deeply personal. We've seen some of the sessions. We recommend it as a system that should be replicated across the country. And we're really hoping that the state will find a more sustainable way of supporting this effort that you and your team have, I can say, voluntarily use your resources.
Receiving the items, resident councillor and house manager Alan Mensah described the gesture as timely and deeply impactful.
We are honored with your presence and the partnership. We started last year and this year is a continuation, so we are honored with your presence and partnership. It will go a long way to help us take good care of our clients. Treatment is expensive. It's not easy managing a facility like this, because we have not shifted the total cost of recovery on the family and clients. So we subsidize the cost of treatment. So with ChannelOne TV and Citi FM coming on board, this is the second time around. We are so grateful. We are very much grateful. And as I said earlier, you have not only donated to Iris Place per se, you have contributed to youth rehabilitation and community restoration.
Recovery is not easy. It is a journey marked by pain, resilience, and hope. But sometimes, all it takes is a reminder that someone cares. Through this year's Easter Orphan project, lives were touched, hope was renewed, and a powerful message was shared. No one is ever too far gone to begin again.